My name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for the ACT. We have been solving ACT math problems out of this book here, the official ACT prep guide. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 177. Please turn to it, page number 177, and today is our lesson number 19. Problem number 55 is what we are about to do. Problem number 55, as you see there, which says which system of inequalities is represented by the shaded region. And the shaded region that they're showing us, let's reproduce it here so we can talk about it. Looks something like this. Here's our x-axis, here's our y-axis, and the first thing we have is a vertical line cutting the x-axis at 3. 1, 2, 3. Here's the vertical line. What is the equation of this line? Well, the equation of this line is very simple. The equation of this line is very simple because no matter what the value of the y is, x is always equal to 3. So the equation of this line is x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3. The next thing we have to figure out is, the shaded region that they're showing us, does that fall to the left of it or does it fall to the right of it? If the shaded region that they're showing us falls to the right of this line, if it falls to the right of it, then of course x is going to be more than 3, because we're going to be here 4 or 5 or 6 somewhere. X is going to be more than 3 if the shaded region falls to the right of it. If the shaded region falls to the left of this line, then x is going to be less than 3. So let's put the second line there and see where the shaded region is, the shaded region that they're talking about. The second line that they're showing us is a line that goes through the origin, and it goes through 3 and negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It goes through here. This point and that point. Let me put it in the different colors so it's easier to see. This is the line we're talking about. It goes through the origin and it goes through this point. And where is the shaded region? The shaded region that I'm showing is right here. That's the shaded region we're talking about. As we can clearly see, that region lies to the right of this line. This line x is equal to 3. This is our line. X is equal to 3, and it falls to the right of it, which means the correct answer, whatever it is, must contain this inequality. It must say x has to be more than or equal to 3. If we find any answer choice that does not say that contradicts this thing, is the wrong answer. If you look at the answer choices closely, you will see that among the 5 answer choices, unfortunately for us, among the 5 answer choices, there is only one answer choice that we can get rid of at this stage in the game, which is E, which says that x is in fact less than or equal to 3, which is wrong. We're looking for this part right there. The tricky part is finding the inequality that represents the shaded area that deals with this line, the red line. That's the one sitting at an angle here. Let's find out the equation of that line first. As you can see, it goes through 0, 0. It goes through 0, 0, and it goes through positive 3 and negative 6. Let's find the equation of that line first, shall we? Let's find the equation. Of course, the equation of the line in the slope-intercept form is this part, mx plus b, where b happens to be the y-intercept. Where b happens to be the y-intercept. Y-intercept simply means, where does the line cut the y-axis? Where does this line cut the y-axis? This line, red line that we drew here, cuts the y-axis right at the origin. It cuts the y-axis right at the origin, which means y-intercept is equal to 0. Y-intercept is equal to 0. Which means the equation of the line that we're looking for is simply y is equal to mx. We just have to find out the slope, m. And m, of course, the slope, of course, as we know, is equal to change in y over the change in x. And we're going to go from this point, let's give them name here, A and B. And we're going to travel from A to B. Going from A to B, the change in y is going to be 0 minus a negative 6. Pay attention, it is 0 minus a negative 6. 0 minus a negative 6 over 0 minus a positive 3. 0 minus a negative 6, this minus and this minus, it's going to become plus. And here we have negative 3 and a negative and a positive, negative outside and a positive 3, which is negative 3. So we end up with negative 2. This is the slope. And hence the equation of the line that we're looking for is y is equal to negative 2x. Y is equal to negative 2x. Now this was the simple part. This was the easy part. The tricky part is for us to figure out whether the inequality that we're dealing with, I need the room, let's put it here. So we know the slope is negative 2, we don't need any of this thing. I'm going to erase this thing so that I can have some room here. The tricky part is figuring it out whether are we dealing with y is equal to y is less than or equal to negative 2x, or y is greater than or equal to negative 2x. That's what we have to figure out. Are we dealing with this part or that part? It's very simple. It's very simple to figure it out. What we do is we take one point in this region, just pick any point, one point in this region, put it in here and see which one holds. Whichever one that holds means whichever one that works is what we're looking for. Of course, we don't have to make it this technical. We can clearly see that it is to the lower portion of this is our red line here. The shaded region is on the lower end. You can pretty much guess what it's going to be. Let's find out. I'm just going to pick a point. This was 3 and negative 6. How about this point right here? 4 and 3. This point right here, 3 and negative 8. I'm just picking one number. So just pick any number. That point is also part of the region because it is greater than or equal to part. So let's put it in here, positive 3 and negative 8. We're going to put it both in here and see which one holds. So x is equal to positive 3. So we get negative 2 times positive 3, negative 2 times positive 3, and y is negative 8. Negative 8. This is negative 6. Is negative 8, the question is negative 8 less than or equal to, is negative 8 less than or equal to negative 6? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. On the other hand, if we had tried this one, we would have gotten negative 2. We plug in the values here, positive 3. Again, we get a negative 6. But the y coordinate is negative 8. And negative 8 is negative 8 greater than or equal to negative 6? Is negative 8 greater than or equal to negative 6? The answer is no. The answer is no. This is not true. We're not dealing with this part. The inequality that we're interested in is this part where it says yes here. This right here is the one that works. Y is less than or equal to negative 2x. Which as I just hinted out a little while ago, which we just hinted out about 5-10 seconds ago, you can clearly see that this region falls on the lower half of this line. It falls on the lower portion. This is the upper half. See, if we draw a line here, look, I'm just going to draw a line here from the origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, right here. There are two regions. One is the lower region. One is the lower region. And of course the other one is the upper region. The other one is the upper region. We are not dealing with the upper region, we are dealing with the lower region. This part here is the lower region. And because it's lower region, y has to be less than or equal to negative 2x. So now all we have to do is find a combination which says that y is less than or equal to negative 2x and x is greater than or equal to positive 3 for this line here. And that's it, we are done. Anything that gives us this combination is what the right answer is. Let's look at the answer choices. So we're looking for y is less than or equal to negative 2x and x is greater than or equal to positive 3, and that's answer choice A. Turns out the very first answer choice is the one that works. And that's it, we're done. That's all. Let's move on then. Let's go to the next one, number 56. Number 56. In number 56, we are told that f of x equals in number 56 we are told that f of x equals x squared minus 2. The question is how much is f of x plus h? Well, it's very simple. Well, if you're going to say how much is, then we don't have to put the equal sign. How much is that quantity? It's very simple. What we do is, wherever we see x in the original function, wherever we see x, we replace it with x plus h. Wherever the x appears in the original function, all we have to do is replace it with x plus h and simplify it. So let's do that. F of x plus h is going to be equal to this quantity squared, which is going to be x plus h squared minus 2. X plus h squared, how much is that equal to? For that we have to know this formula here. I'm going to put it on the top here, which is a plus b squared, which is simply a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. And if you don't remember it, if you can't remember that formula, it's not a big deal. It only takes a couple of seconds to figure it out. It's simply a plus b times a plus b, and we can do it out and we can figure it out in 5 seconds. A squared, a times b is a plus b, and b times a is ab or ba, and then b squared. As you can see, a squared plus 2ab, a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, which is what exactly here is, except our a is x and our b is h. So let's do that. So this is going to boil down to a squared plus 2ab, a is x and b is h, plus b squared, so it's going to be h squared, minus the 2. Don't forget this 2 right here that is there. This 2 right here just comes down here. That's it, we're almost done. And I think this is it. There is not much we can do here. This is how it's going to stay. There is not much we can do here. This is it. And the answer is K. The answer is K. I will see you tomorrow, where we'll do the last 4 problems and finish up the exam. Okay? Bye now.